As we age, climbing stairs can become more of a challenge. But there are three main reasons why this is the case, and thankfully all of them are fixable. In today's video, I'm going to reveal what those three reasons are and how to fix each one. My name is Will Harlow, and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham, and I've helped thousands of people over 50 to improve their strength and mobility to help them remain independent no matter their age. There are three things that can make stair climbing difficult for people as they get older. The first thing is a loss of dorsiflexion, which is this movement here, bringing your toes up towards your shin. Now, we need dorsiflexion when we climb and descend stairs, because to get up the step, you need your knee to go over your toes, and that's like dorsiflexion in reverse. And to come back down, again, you need your knee to travel over your toes so you can come down the step. Now, the problem is for people over 50, dorsiflexion range does tend to reduce quite dramatically, especially in some of the people I see in the practice who've had an injury to their knee or their ankle or their foot. So that's the first thing we're going to fix. The second problem that can cause problems with climbing stairs is a loss of strength in the quads. And your quads are the muscles at the front of the thigh, and you need your quads to travel upstairs because as they contract, they shorten and straighten the knee, and that pushes you up. But they're even more important when you're coming downstairs, because the quads almost act like your brakes. If you didn't have quads, you'd drop down every step and you'll be rolling down the stairs in no time. So with your quads working properly, you slowly lower yourself safely down to the next step. So if you don't have strength there, it's a big problem. And then the third problem that can make stair climbing difficult is weakness in the glutes, which are these muscles at the back of your hip. And your glutes control the alignment of your thigh as you go up or down stairs. I'm going to turn around to show you this one so you can see it better. When I go onto one foot to lower myself down, if I don't have glute strength on this side, my pelvis will drop like that and it will cause a problem. It can cause painful problems to develop in the hip, and it can also cause a lot of stress on the knee. So if you don't have good glutes, you're also not going to find stair climbing easy. So now we've discussed the problems, I'm going to show you an exercise to fix each one of these. Just so you're aware, these are not going to be suitable for everyone, so do get checked out by your doctor before you give them a try. And if they cause you any pain, just avoid them. Let's have a look at the exercises now. So the first thing we're going to do is fix that missing dorsiflexion movement. And for this exercise, all you need is your bottom step. I'm going to show you on this small stool here, but this works best if you've got something to hold on to like your banisters. So you're going to stand on your bottom step like this, and you're going to have your toes on the step, the ball of your foot on the step, and your heels hanging down. Make sure you're holding on for support if you need it. Now, I call this dorsiflexion on the step, and it's essentially a stretch, but we're going to add an interesting component into it as well, which might just help us improve strength too. So if you're noticing what I'm doing now, I'm trying to push my heels down towards the floor as much as I can. And if I keep pushing down, keeping this knee nice and straight, I can start now to feel a stretch in both calves. And that's a really, really nice stretch. It's kind of like a 2 or 3 out of 10 in terms of discomfort, which is totally fine, but it's not real pain. It feels like a good kind of stretch. Now, once you've been holding for 10 seconds, what I want you to do, keeping hold of the banisters, is just push up halfway and then drop down, and this time try and push down even further. Now, interestingly, you might find once you've done your little up and back down, you can go just a touch further, just a couple of millimeters, that's all we're looking for, and hold for another 10 seconds. And then you're going to go up again and back down nice and slow. Again, sinking down even further. You might be able to see here that I've just slightly gone further than the last time, which is a really good sign. Another 10 seconds. Keep that. We're almost contracting, pulling the toes up towards us as well to help this movement. So in a way, this is also what we call an isometric, which is where you're contracting the muscle without it changing its length. And again, we're going up and back down, this time even further. And you can do this as many times as you want. I'd recommend doing it 5 or 6 times in a row, 10 seconds each time, and you can come back to this 2 or 3 times a day. But after you've done that, you're going to find you've got more dorsiflexion, and that's going to fix that first problem that's holding you back on the stairs. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about a very special bonus I've created for viewers of this channel. It's called the Complete Guides to Building Muscle and Strength over the age of 50. And if you're someone who is a little bit confused about how to go about starting the process of building muscle and strength, you don't know what equipment to use or what exercises to choose, this is perfect for you. It's an exclusive 25-minute video that you can't find anywhere else, where I teach you all the ins and outs of building muscle and strength specific for people over the age of 50. So it's one of the best things I've created. I'm giving it totally for free to viewers of this channel. All you need to do is scroll down below this video. There's a link in the description where you can sign up. I'll send you the video straight away and you can get started. It's some of my best info, and if you use it, I hope you enjoy. The second exercise we're going to do today is the slow sit to stand, which is a fantastic movement to help you both climb and descend stairs, and I'll show you why. So to set up this exercise, you just need a chair. A dining room chair works really, really well. You want it to be nice and firm, so the sofa, probably not a good idea. And you're going to sit right on the edge of your chair, so you can just feel your sitting bones on the edge, and you want a nice space between this part of the chair and your calf. Now, we're going to take our hands out of the way because using the hands is cheating. We want to just be using the thigh and the hip muscles. So hands up to here. You're going to shuffle your feet back slightly so they're just behind your knee, if you like, and then keep your back nice and straight. We come forward with a hinge and then push up. And then at the top, you're going to stick your bottom out, bend the knees, keep your back nice and straight, and to the count of 4 or 5, you're going to lower your bottom back down to the chair, and you want to make contact with the chair without it making a sound. So you come down and land like a feather. We don't want creaks or drops or groans on the chair when we reach it. We just want it to land softly. Now, the reason this is so good is because obviously when we stand up, our quads are shortening, which is exactly what happens when we go upstairs. And when we're coming down, our quads are still working, but they're lengthening. They're acting like our brakes, working against gravity to lower us slowly into the chair. Now, that's exactly the same movement they do when we're coming down a step. They're working like our brakes as they lengthen, they contract, but get longer. So they're fighting against gravity to safely help you downstairs. So sit to stand, super easy. I'd recommend doing somewhere between 5 and 15 in a row. That works really well. Have a 1 to 2 minute break and do 3 sets total per day. You might only want to do that 4 times a week. That would be totally fine. Allow your muscles some time to recover in between. And that's going to make a massive difference to your stair climbing ability. The final exercise we're going to do is one that works your glutes. And this is super relevant to stairs because, again, we're going to be practicing on a step or on your stairs, and we're going to be using the glutes in a way that is very relevant to how you actually come down the stairs. Remember, I said they control the alignment of your leg. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So for this to work, you need your bottom step again. Ideally, you've got a banister, hopefully on both sides, because you do need something to hold on to. And I want you to find something with a little bit of weight to hold. A tiny little dumbbell works well. If you don't have one, that's fine. You can take a bag, fill it with some books. That works totally fine. I'm going to use 2 kilograms, which is about 4 pounds. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold it in the hand where your foot is on the ground. So we've got one leg on the step. We're facing sideways on our stairs. The weight is in your hand with the lower leg, and you're going to hold onto the banister on the other side like this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to come up like this. So we're just weight bearing through the leg on the step. The other one is hanging in the air. And the exercise is very simple. We're just going to very slowly bend that knee and lower the leg down without letting our pelvis drop down too much. Now, if you're watching what's happening here, you'll see that my standing leg is the one that's doing all the work. So as we lower down nice and slowly, this glute on the right-hand side is having to work super hard not to allow my pelvis to drop down. You might be able to see this better if I flip over and do the other side. So I swap hands with dumbbell, hold on to the banister here like this. This leg just hangs, and then we slowly lower back down, lowering the foot to the floor as slowly as possible. And it's this glute here that's contracting to try and keep my pelvis as level as possible. Now, you might see that my pelvis has dropped ever so slightly. That is normal. We do need the pelvis to drop a little bit for our foot to reach the floor. That's fine. But you will feel this glute on that side contract as you're doing it nice and slow. So I'll show you again on this side. This is the kind of pace that we want. You can go nice and quickly on the way up, but on the way down, we want probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'd recommend most people start somewhere between 5 and 15 repetitions of this. If you can do more than 15, find something that's a little bit heavier. And by the end of your set, you want to feel that nice working ache on the standing leg in the glute. Then you flip over, do the other side. Probably 2 or 3 sets would be amazing. A couple of times a week, and that's going to make a massive difference to your glute strength and round off all the problems that we fixed today. So those are 3 great exercises to help you climb stairs more easily. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. If you have, then do just drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, because they do help us to improve these videos in the future. Now, if you want help with your mobility and to move better, both on the stairs and when you're out and about walking, I've got loads of tips and exercises to help you do just that in my brand new book, Thriving Beyond 50, the 2024 edition. You can get a copy on Amazon by scrolling down, clicking on the link in the description, and then purchasing your copy. If you get it, I hope you love it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again on the next video.